much, Keiko. Good morning, everyone. I'm so glad that you're here. We're going to get moving our bodies, get connected, great energy flowing to start our day. This is a practice that I sometimes do in the morning, sometimes just getting my body moving first thing in the morning really sets my day up for magic. So I just want to share that with you. I encourage you to really listen to your body today in our practice. Think of me as your guide. If there's anything that I cue or instruct you to do and it doesn't feel great, that is perfectly fine. Listening to your body is what's most important. I'm going to give you some modifications, some options or adjustments. If anything doesn't feel great, try the other option. We're all here to learn and explore and observe, especially in the morning. Just be gentle, be present, and keep breathing. So let's go ahead and get started, start our morning with some movement. So come to your mat. I like to start seated. You can be seated on a block or a bolster or maybe a soft cushion. The point here is to get something underneath your hips so that your knees kind of swoop down a little bit. So you've got that great opening already through the hips. So if you don't have a block, maybe you're using a pillow, or if you don't have a pillow, maybe you can fold up a blanket. Just get your hips a little bit elevated so that you have that nice swoop down right there. Go ahead and ground yourself by placing your hands on your knees and gently close the eyes. With the eyes closed, start to notice your breath. As the belly really expands as you breathe in, notice the contraction of the belly as you breathe out. Notice the beginning of your inhalation and the fall or the ending of your exhalation. Just bringing some gentle awareness to the way that you're breathing this morning. Without trying to control or manipulate your breath, just take gentle observation here. Good. Now let's move our fingertips to the hips. You can have the thumbs towards the back and your fingertips towards the front of your hips, gripping on there. We're going to rock through the hips a little bit, sending the body forward and back through the spine, just to get rooted down into our seat. So as you breathe in, send your heart space forward and your tailbone back. And as you breathe out, tuck everything under, scooping your heart space towards the back, bringing the chin closer towards the chest. As you breathe in, everything comes forward, rocking through the hips, and exhale, everything goes back. So just finding some connection, breath and movement here. Rocking through the sit bones. Gentle movement with the breath. So now let's try to connect that to what's called Ujjayi breath. It's this oceanic breath, and it really keeps us focused and concentrated on our poses. And it really also charges up some energy. So it sounds like the ocean. You breathe in through the nose, with a slight constriction in the throat, and you exhale through the nose. Slight constriction in the throat. So keep moving like that, breathing in through the nose, exhaling through the nose. Inhale through the nose, and exhale through the nose. So do a couple more rounds of breath, moving at your own pace, just rocking through the hips. Your next exhale is going to bring you back to center. Sit nice and tall. Should feel a little bit more space there. You can feel free to relax the hands back to the legs. Sit up nice and tall. Breathe. Good. From here, we are going to do a very, very gentle opening through the shoulder space. So go ahead and send your left cheek over to your left shoulder. So your left ear closer to the left shoulder. Gentle stretch through the right side. If that feels good, go ahead and stay there. If you'd like a little bit more, bring those right fingertips onto the earth on the side to the right. Breathe in and breathe out. A little bit more. If you'd like a little bit more of a stretch, you can gently bring your left fingertips to your right ear and give it a little bit of assistance, leaning over to the left a little bit more. Breathe in and breathe out. Full inhalation and full exhalation. Good. Release those fingertips and come back to center. We'll get it on the right side. So send your right ear closer to your right shoulder or right cheek, whatever you'd like. And send the left fingertips onto the earth. It might feel good to just stay there and breathe. Or you can bring your right fingertips to your left ear and assist gravity, really stretching through that left shoulder, left side of the neck. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Good, nice and gentle. Go ahead and release the right fingertips and come back up to center. Bring your hands back to your thighs or your legs. Close the eyes, breathe in, gentle here. And breathe out. Next inhalation, reach the hands up high towards the sky, breathe in. And as you breathe out, twist over to the right, bringing your left hand in contact with your right knee if you can, and the right hand back behind you. Sit up nice and tall. And as you breathe out, see if you can twist a little bit more over to the right. The inhalation really lengthens, sit up nice and tall. And as you breathe out, really twist a little bit more into that space that you've created. One more inhalation here. And then exhale, twist it on back to center. Inhale, reach the hands up high. And exhale, twist over to the left this time. Left hand comes back behind you, right fingertips on the left knee. Sit up nice and tall as you breathe in. And exhale, twist a little more to the left. Really lengthening the spine, full breath in through the nose. And exhaling through the nose, looking over a little bit more to the left. One more big inhalation, feel the belly expand. And then the exhale brings you back to center. Palms come back to the thigh, breathe in, sitting nice and tall. Noticing already the space you've created. Energy flows through the body. Let's do a little bit of breath work here, just to get some energy flowing. What's really cool about the breath work that we're going to do is it charges up both the left and the right sides of our body, energetic. So bring your palms, your fingertips to your shoulders. Elbows are going to point out wide, opening through the heart space, already getting a great stretch, opening through the heart here. On your inhale, you're going to twist to the left. On the exhale, twist to the right. Breathe in left, exhale right. Breathe in left, exhale right. Move a little bit faster now. The inhale on the left and the exhale on the right. By pumping up the energy this way, we're charging up the left side of our body, our creative center, our creative side. And by exhaling to the right, we're charging up the actionable part of our system. So we're taking up our creative energy and shooting it over into this area of our body that helps us take action. Really great in the morning. So keep breathing in the left and breathing out to the right. And you can have your eyes open here if you'd like to see where you're going, or you can close the eyes, whatever feels good. Keep the elbows pointed straight out from the shoulders. Keep your heart lifted. Keep breathing. Just a little bit longer, in and out. And your next inhalation, come back to center. Sit up nice and tall. Keep those fingertips on the shoulders. Breathe in. And exhale, release the hands, let them come down, back to the knees, relax the shoulders. Gentle breath into the belly. Breathing normally in and out of the nose. Already charging up some good energy there. And just be with that sensation. Maybe a slight little tingle. Breathing into that space, maybe some warmth. Should feel real good. So if your eyes are not open already, go ahead and flutter the eyes open. Release the block or blanket or bolster you had underneath your seat. And we're going to meet each other here in a tabletop position. So in tabletop position, you want your shoulders to be stacked right on top of your wrist and your knees right underneath your hips. A strong, sturdy table here. As you breathe in, send the belly and the gaze forward, the heart space forward. As you breathe out, tuck everything under, keep pressing the earth away. The inhale sends the heart space forward, let the belly sag. The exhale, everything tucks under, chin to chest, hips forward. One more like that, send the heart space forward as you breathe in, and exhale, everything tucks under. One more inhale in neutral. And then you're gonna bring your toes together to touch and bring your feet to the earth, to the heels. Fingertips stretch out wide. You can open the knees a little bit wider if you need to and find child's pose, bringing your forehead down towards the earth. As the hips and the heart and the forehead melt down towards the earth, continue to breathe deep. Notice the sound and the sensation of your breath coming back to you from the earth. And love breathing deep in child's pose. You can really hear and feel your own breath here. Allow the inhalations to really take up space through the back body. And as you breathe out, let the hips melt even heavier toward the earth. You're supported. Feel the connection to the earth here as you notice the parts of your body that are connecting to the mat. And breathe. Good. The next inhalation, you're going to roll yourself right on back and bring your knees back to square underneath the hips. We're going to tuck the toes and send the hips high for downward facing dog. You might walk your hands forward just a little bit so that they're at a 45-degree angle. And the knees can stay pretty bent here. If you're noticing a lot of curve in the lumbar spine, let me show you this way. If you feel like there's a lot of curve here, really bend your knees. That'll help you find some length in the spine. Relax the neck. Look back at your toes and just pedal out the feet slowly. One heel goes down and then the other heel goes down. Just pedaling out the feet gently. While we slept, we kind of shortened up the hamstring. So just be gentle here as you breathe space into the back of the legs. When you're ready, go ahead and find some stillness in your downward facing dog. You're gonna look forward and slowly walk yourself to a forward fold. So walk your feet a little bit closer to your hands near the top of your mat. Knees can stay generously bent here, forward folding. Grab onto opposite elbows and let the head be heavy. Bring the weight of your body more into the center, like the arches of your feet, by bringing the weight more forward, a little more weight into the balls of the feet. Knees stay bent. Relax the neck. Breathe. From here, release the elbows. Keep pressing down and towards the earth as you root your body to rise to stand. So keep pressing your heels, rooting down and towards the earth, engaging the muscles in your legs, and bring yourself to stand at the top of your mat. Your shoulders can come up last. Your chin can come up last. Take an inhale to roll the shoulders up, and exhale the shoulders down onto the back. Bring your palms to face the front of your space. Take an inhale here. And exhale. Standing tall, this grounding, this mountain pose. Keep rooting down through the heels. Engage the muscles in your legs and maybe a gentle slight tuck of the tailbone just to keep the spine nice and long. The heart shines forward. This is an incredibly stimulating pose. It seems very simple because we're just standing here, but you can really activate a lot of energy and all the muscles in the body here in the mountain pose. Grounded. Great way to start the day. Take an inhale, let the belly expand. And as you exhale, bring your hands to your heart center. Thumbs press right to the center of the chest. If you're comfortable here, you can gently close the eyes. And this is the part of my practice where I like to set an intention or maybe tune into something that I'm grateful for. So if you can bring your awareness, your attention to something that you're grateful for, someone you love, something you love, or maybe just a word of kindness for yourself. Breathe in here. Beautiful. On your next inhale, you're going to drop your hands and circle them up high towards the sky. Keep reaching up. Look at your fingertips as they come together to touch. As you exhale, forward fold all the way down. Breathing out, gentle bend in the back of the legs. Breathe out. As you inhale, lift halfway. Press your fingertips into the shin and get yourself to have a really long spine by looking straight down towards the earth. Exhale, forward fold. Let it go. Your next inhale, you're going to send your right toes towards the back of the mat. And then bring your right knee down. Untuck those right toes so you have the top of the foot flat on the earth. From here, we're going to rise up, lifting our heart for the first time in our practice with the arms up high towards the sky. And exhale, sit a little bit lower into the hips. From here, bring the fingertips on down towards the earth. A little bit of a runner stretch. We're going to get a stretch through the back of the legs. So breathe in, shine your heart forward here. And as you breathe out, send your hips back so that your left leg straightens. See if you can keep your heart and your left thigh connected. Breathe out here. As you breathe in, bring everything back forward so that left knee bends. Breathe in. And breathe out. Send the hips back, that runner stretch. Breathe out. Inhale, come forward. Breathe. Exhale, send it back. Gentle movement. Move with your breath. No pace is right or wrong. Just move at whatever pace, whatever pattern of breath and movement you have, that's what's right for you. So on your next exhalation, stay in that runner stretch, keeping that left leg straight. It might be pretty bent here, and that's okay. Keep flexing through that left foot, gazing forward. Next gaze nice and long. And see if you can bring your elbows a little bit closer towards the earth. Now breathe here. Be mindful of the sensation and your thoughts as sensation arises. Tune back to the breath. Next inhalation, you'll bring the left knee to bend again. You're going to tuck your right toes to lift yourself up, and we'll find our first plank pose. Yeah. All right. So we're in plank. If plank at any time doesn't feel great to you, bring your knees on down to the earth. That is perfectly fine. So wherever you are, take a deep inhalation in your plank, or if you have the knees down, that's fine. Breathe in here, prepare your body. As you exhale, you're going to bring your knees, chest, and your chin down towards the earth. The tailbone will stay high. As you breathe in, bring the hips down towards the earth, the heart sways forward. You have a gentle baby cobra, a gentle back bend here. Breathe in. And breathe out, let everything melt. Press yourself back through child's pose. And then back to downward facing dog. So in downward facing dog, try to press your heels down a little bit closer towards the earth. Knees can be fairly bent here if you need to protect your spine. Relax the neck, separate your shoulder blades, and really think about pressing the earth away here. Take a deep inhale, let that belly really expand. And exhale. Good. Your next inhale, you're going to bring the right toes forward between the hands, the top of your mat, and you're going to bring the left knee down towards the earth. Untuck your left toes so that the top of the foot is flat on the earth. From here, we're going to rise up for that gentle crescent. Send the hips down and forward. The heart space lifts high. Breathe in, shine your heart forward. Yes, and then exhale the hands back down to frame your right foot. We're going to go through that gentle wavy movement again. So breathe in the heart space forward, keeping the heart and your right thigh connected. Send the hips back. Breathe out. Right leg straight. Inhale, bring everything forward. Breathe in. And exhale back. And now you know it. So move with your breath. Find that pattern of breath and movement, the harmony and connection between your breath and your body. Just move at your pace. Find a little bit of movement here. Sometimes I find myself going in little gentle circles. Just get connected here. And then on your next exhalation, go ahead and leave the hips pointing straight back, flexing through that right foot, and see if you can melt your heart a little bit closer, keeping the neck nice and long, flexing through that right foot, and see if you can bring the elbows a little bit closer towards the earth. Wherever you are, come back to the breath. I don't know if you guys can hear my dog snoring. He is passed out right now. But that's a good reminder to breathe. Go ahead and release it as you inhale. Bring everything back forward, breathing in the heart space centered forward. Place the hands on either side of your right foot. You're going to tuck your left toes to lift up and go back to that plank pose, or knees down onto the earth. So if you're in plank pose, remember the shoulders should be stacked right on top of the wrists. Keep shooting the energy through the back of the heels, straight to the back of the mat. Take an inhale here. As you exhale, bring your knees, chest, and chin down towards the earth. The tailbone stays high. As you breathe in, scoop everything forward. Hips come down. Breathe in. Gentle back bend here. The baby cobra. Breathe in. And exhale, everything melts in the hips back through child's pose. And then downward facing dog. Beautiful. So again, you have an opportunity here in your downward facing dog to maybe pedal out the feet. In morning practice, I love to just find any movement that feels good today. Today, it might feel good to find some stillness, and tomorrow it may feel better to move a little more. Really great opportunity to observe, notice, and take gentle action. Listen to your body. Good. The next thing we're going to do is bring those right toes forward again towards the top of the mat. And we're going to bring the right knee back down again. This time we're going to bring the hands into the heart space. So your right knee should be at this is like a 90-degree angle. Hands at heart space. You don't want to be too far forward here. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, twist over towards the right and see if you can get your left elbow to contact your right knee. Twisting gentle here. Pressing the hands a little more at heart center. Getting a good twist in the morning. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. And if you'd ever like to go a little bit further in this twist, you can tuck the right toes and lift yourself up and twist here. But if not, it's early and you like to stay low to the earth. I like that too. On your next exhalation, you're going to just let everything go. Bring your hands back down. Tuck those left toes and find our vinyasa. So breathe in and exhale the knees, chest, chin down towards the earth. Inhale the heart space forward, baby cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. And just noticing like the sensation of the difference between sides already. It's really interesting. All right, the next inhale, you're going to bring your left toes up and then forward between your hands. Go ahead and bring your right knee down and tuck the toes. And make sure the hips are square and going forward. You're going to bring your hands to meet at heart center. Breathe in, lift up out of the waist. You can already feel a stretch to the front of the right thigh. That's great. And you know what? You can just stay here if you like. You don't need to go for the twist. Whatever feels good for your body this morning. As you get ready to twist, take an inhale to lift out of the waist, and then exhale to twist over to the left, bringing that right elbow in contact with the left knee this time. Lift up more of the waist. Press the hands more at your heart center. Breathe in here. Feel free to stay here rooted towards the earth, or you can tuck your right toes and lift up a little bit higher. Maybe just see if you can do it. Give it a shot. Yeah, and then you can bring it right back down. Bring the hands back to frame the left foot. Really, really good. And then lift back up to plank, or your knees can stay on the earth. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, bring the knees, chest, and chin down towards the earth. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, downward facing dog. Keep breathing. From here, we're going to walk the toes back to the top of the mat, to the hands. And we're going to get some more forward folding. I really like to stretch through the back of the legs in the morning. Take your two peace fingers. I'm going to face you guys. Take your two peace fingers and grab onto your big toes. Knees can be bent generously here. You're going to bring your chin towards your chest, bend your knees, send your elbows out wide, and pull your head down towards the earth. See if you can relax the neck here. Bring your heart space closer to your thighs and pull yourself down. Stimulate the nervous system. Send the tailbone up really high. Use your bicep muscles, your strength to pull the body down. Remember to bring your pelvis right over the center arches of your feet, so maybe the weight a little bit more into the toes. Breathe. Good. Go ahead and relax, release those toes. You're going to lift halfway by pressing your fingertips back into your shin, so lift halfway. And then exhale to forward fold one more time. Plant your hands and send yourself back one more time to plank. And then from here, we are going to slowly lower our bodies down towards the earth. Slowly back towards the earth. From here, we'll find a Sphinx pose. So I just want us to get our heart open as we begin our day. So bring your arms in front of you with the elbows right underneath the shoulders. You're going to scoot your heart space forward so that it kind of shines through your shoulders, and open the fingertips wide, like you could pull yourself through your heart space, like you could pull your body forward. That's how much I want you to really spread the fingertips and root down and towards the earth. As you lift your heart, opening through the collarbones, think about peeling the outside of your shoulders back more. Lengthen through the neck, relax the gaze, relax your brow, point through the toes, breathe here. Inhale, let the heart shine forward, feel that stretch, breathe, and breathe out. One more breath in. And breathe out. Everything melts back down towards the earth. You're going to push yourself to come to a regular seated or the seated position with the feet out in front of you. So cross your feet back behind you and then send them out straight in front. The staff pose. So feet are flexed straight out in front of you. Before we even go for a forward fold, I think it's really important that you bring your knees up and towards your chest first and flex through the feet. Because a lot of times when we forward fold, we're overextending and stretching out our, kind of overworking that low back. So let's bring the knees in towards the chest first. Flex through the feet. Sit up nice and tall, and then reach for your calf, your shin, your ankle, your toes, whatever you can reach here, and then slowly work yourself down into a forward fold. Be mindful to keep the length in the back. So keeping your heart space forward, connected to what roots you, you slowly bring the body down. And maybe you stop and you just melt wherever you are. Maybe you work yourself all the way down, being mindful of that length in the back. Flexing through the feet. Come back to the breath. Good. Keep breathing. On your next inhalation, you're going to gently walk yourself back up to sit. The hands are going to come back behind you, and you're going to lift your hips up high. So point through the feet and press into the earth with the palms so that the hips lift. Lift, lift, lift as you breathe in. Once your toes disappear from view, relax your neck back. Send the hips more forward. Lift up higher. Keep breathing in and breathe out. Let's do one more breath in and exhale. The hips come right back down low. Really good. Scoot your seat up maybe just a little bit so you have enough room back behind you. And you're going to roll onto your back. The feet are going to come up and over your head. Plow pose. From here, you can walk your forearms a little bit closer together and interlace your hands if you can reach them. If not, it's perfectly fine to keep them parallel and planted on the earth. And it's okay if the toes don't touch the earth. Keep working to see if you can get those toes touch the ground. Stretch in the back of the legs. Stretch through the low back. Send the hips a little bit higher. From here, feel free to bring the hands to the low back and send the feet up high for shoulder stand. Really stimulating this inversion. Breathing in and breathing out. From here, we'll slowly bring the feet back over the head to touch the earth. And then if you can, grab onto your toes or your legs. You're going to bring everything back down towards the front. So hips come back down towards the earth, towards the front of the mat. Toes to the sky. And then bring the body slowly to sit up. We're going to find the boat pose. So for boat pose, you can have your knees generously bent close to the heart like this, or you can work to straighten the legs. Wherever you are, we're working to get that heart space shining forward, keeping the neck nice and long. Breathing here. 3 rounds of breath. Breathe in. Breathe out. That's 1. Breathe in. And breathe out. That's 2. 1 more breath in. And breathe out. That's 3 beautiful breaths. Slowly let the body melt towards the earth. Really beautiful. And just surrender. Feel the support of the earth here for a moment. Really good. From here, we're going to bend both of the knees so that the feet are flat onto the earth and the knees point high towards the sky. We'll find a bridge pose, getting our hips nice and high, stimulating that creative energy, and really setting us up great for our day. So fingertips are going to be close enough to the heels that they can just graze them. You don't want them too close to your glutes, and you don't want them too far away. So move them to a place where you can just graze them with your fingertips. You're going to press into the earth with your heels to raise your hips high. If you have the space, walk your arms underneath your seat to grab on or interlace your hands. Forearms work a little bit closer together. Keep pressing into the heels, lift the hips high, and use your forearms to assist. Lift the hips so high that the heart space even lifts a little off the earth. Take a breath here, lifting the hips a little bit higher. And then as you exhale, slowly release the hands and let everything melt back to the earth. From here, let the knees sway side to side. Good. We're going to go for 1 more gentle round of that. Or if you feel comfortable going into the full wheel variation, feel free to do that. For us going into the bridge pose, feet are just close enough to the glutes that you could graze with fingertips. Press into the earth to raise the hips higher. Interlace the hands underneath the seat. Walk the forearms a little bit closer, and then inhale to raise the hips even higher. Breathe into that beautiful space in the hips, the beautiful space you're creating in your heart space. Constriction in the throat chakra, breathe in. And as you exhale, everything gently melts right back on down towards the earth. Beautiful. We'll go into the happy baby. This is a really fun one. So bring the knees closer to the heart space. Grab onto the feet from the outside, knees towards the earth, closer to the outsides of the shoulders now. And you can think about kicking the ceiling or the sky and then pulling your arms, your hands down so that you're working against yourself. In the happy baby pose, we're being playful. We're opening through the hip space, moving, connecting to the breath. You might find some sticky spots. Feel free to just stay there. Like if it feels like, that's a spot, you can kind of milk it, move it around a little bit. You can straighten out one leg and then maybe the other leg. Just find it, take a moment to be playful and explore and see what's feeling good. Just notice and be like a happy baby here. Enjoy it. Yeah. Good. And then you're going to release that and you're going to give yourself a big hug. Bring the knees in towards the chest and wrap your arms around your legs. See if you can grab on to opposite elbows here. And then melt down towards the earth. Send the tailbone down and forward. Relax the neck and see if you can get the entire spine to press down and towards the earth. Take one big inhalation here and exhale. Go ahead and release the legs. You're going to bring the right knee back in towards the chest. One more time, squeeze it in and twist over to the left. You can keep the left palm placed on the right knee if you need to assist that staying over on that side. And then feel free to look over to the right. Right shoulder presses down towards the earth. Keep looking over to the right. Noticing how the breath kind of simply slows down a little bit. And then breathing in, bring the right knee back in towards the chest, squeeze, and one more time, let it go. And then bring the left knee in towards the chest, squeeze it in, and then twist over to the right. Right hand can stay connected to that left knee if you like, and then stretch or look over to the left ear closer towards the earth, and just notice your breath. Good. Everything comes back in towards center. You're going to bring your hands underneath both knees, and we're going to rock ourselves up. Rocking is so good. I love rocking. So you're going to rock yourself back and then forward. 1. You're going to go 3 times. 2 and 3. And come back to sit in a comfortable seated position. The one you had earlier is fine, or you could try a different one. Some other options are to sit onto the shins like this, and if that's too much for your knees, you can always sit cross-legged in the easy pose. Excuse me. From here, we're going to go into our breathing exercise for the morning practice. This breathing exercise, I use it to calm, and I also use it to find some energy. So the best way to use it in the morning is to do that kind of pumping breath that we did at the beginning, but we're going to use alternative nostril breathing in that same sort of way. So bring your left palm to rest on your left thigh or knee, and you're going to take your right hand and you're going to use your right thumb and your right pinky finger. We're going to be pumping the breath in the left nostril and out of the right nostril, because we're trying to fuel up some energy for our day. So as you breathe in, you'll plug your right nostril, and as you breathe out, you'll plug your left nostril and you'll breathe out of your right. Did that make sense? So breathe in left and breathe out right. So does that make sense? Okay, so let's all give it a shot. We're gonna go and do it for, put the timer on. We're gonna do it together for 1 minute. All right, so take a deep inhale and exhale. Ready? Let's go. Breathe in, breathe out. In, 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 out. Good. Keep going. You got it. 20 more seconds. Good, and relax. Your right palm can come back down to rest on your right thigh. Breathe normally. Relax the shoulders. Allow the eyes to gently close here. As you breathe soft inhalations into the belly, sitting up nice and tall. Noticing the sweetness, how delicious it feels to breathe normally. Take a moment to do a gentle body scan. Noticing places in your body that feel open. Maybe a sense of warmth, a coolness. Maybe that tingling or numb sensation. And after that gentle body scan, bring your awareness, your attention back again to the breath. No longer to control or manipulate the breath. Just to be. Noticing the sensation as your belly expands and fills up with air. And sitting taller, constricting, contracting as you breathe out. As you maybe bring your awareness back to your intention, your word of gratitude, or note of loving kindness to yourself. Maybe a gentle smile on your face. Today is a great day. You're here. You're alive. You're awake. You're breathing. You're sensing. You're feeling. Let's take a deep inhale all together. Breathe and let the belly really expand. And as you breathe out, bring your hands again to your heart center, pressing your thumbs to the center of your heart space. Pressing both sides of the body, the left and the right, together equally, energetically and intentionally. We bow our head, bow to your heart, in gratitude for this time this morning to set our day for magic, tuning into the body, the mind, and the spirit. Thank you for taking this time for yourself and with me this morning. Namaste. Thank you all so much. I hope that you have a beautiful, beautiful rest of your day. That completes our morning stretch, our morning flow. I hope you're feeling great. I feel really good. That was a really good one. I feel like I got exactly 50 minutes. I try to leave an extra 10 minutes in my hour for meditation. So now would be a really great time to sit with yourself if you meditate, or sit quietly and journal, reflect on your practice. Again, like Keiko said, if you have any questions, feel free to type them out in the chat and we'll get to you. And I am so grateful that you're here, and I'm glad I got to share this practice with you. Have a beautiful day.